listening to The Sauce, recorded live in the FingerLakes1.com studios, deep beneath historic downtown Seneca Falls, New York, featuring Dandy R&D, Mysterious Taco Girl, Only Sometimes, and Saucy Joe. And
good evening, Saucepod Streamers International. It's me, Tony Sometimes, and this is episode number 123 of the Sauce Podcast. Recorded live in the FingerLakes1.com studios deep beneath historic downtown Seneca Falls, New York. It's Monday, October 28th, 2013, and tonight we'll be talking about ABC's news coverage of the Karlsen murder case on 2020 Friday night. I don't know if anybody had a chance to see that. How Britney Spears is fighting Somalian pirates. Britney Spears. And why a Georgia man risked his life after saving his family from a burning home. Our weekly recommendations, tweet of the week, Dandy's Choice, and much, much more. Per usual, I'm joined up here tonight by my saucy compañeros, Saucy Joe.
Hello.
And Dandy R&D.
Yes.
And Mysterious Taco Girl.
No.
And back by popular demand, are just back from Glens Falls, New York. It's Zack Supernova.
It's a mighty fine pleasure to be in your acquaintance this evening.
I didn't know it was going to be Southern gentleman Zack Supernova, the twin brother of former podcast guest Supernova. The derby cap should have... that's not a derby. I should have tipped it off, though. That is
It's a fine chapeau, whatever it is.
Very nice. Welcome back to the studio, Zach.
It's fine and lovely to be here.
My, oh my.
I'd best pace myself lest I succumb to the vapors.
He certainly is a fine Southern gentleman. So, Dandy, what do you know about this Karl Karlsen business, this murder trial underway in Seneca County? You don't know much about it?
No.
Tell me what you do know.
You know that name, though, Karl Karlsen? Not from The Simpsons?
The only thing I know is you dropped the car on this kid.
Well, it was a truck, I
him there.
believe.
It was a truck.
And then went to dinner or something.
Funeral.
Oh, he went to a funeral?
Yep.
And then came back to his dead son?
Yes.
That's a real sick fuck.
Yeah, I can't disagree.
Now you
with
get your
him.
finger on the pulse of Karl Karlsen. Yeah, that's right.
I missed whatever it was this weekend. 2020, 40-40.
Zach Supernova, have you caught wind of this case?
Yeah, I heard about it. I heard some creepazoid who likes to... he's apparently got a long history of insurance fraud and scams, and
Correct.
apparently he
You
just...
are correct, sir.
Apparently he just got no problem murdering his own kin. That's pretty
That's right.
It's pretty nasty.
There's
Pretty
no
nasty
problem.
guy.
Now, where's this guy from?
Romulus.
It's
Well,
Romulan.
that figures.
Oh, come on. We got a lot of friends in Romulus.
Zack Supernova's got a brother-in-law from down that way.
That's right. That was a dirty shot.
Seriously. Hope he's not listening this evening.
Something tells me he's not.
So, Mysterious Taco Girl,
Yes.
what do you know about the Karl Karlsen case?
Well, I know what Dandy said, and I know he also killed his wife.
Allegedly in California, yes.
Yeah.
His first wife in a fire. The day before the fire, he boarded up the bathroom window with 17 nails in, so the only escape from the bathroom was through that window. And then the house got on fire. He saved the kids.
Yeah. I had no problem collecting that insurance money. There was a life insurance policy that he had taken out, I believe, in that case.
So anyways, the story's well known around these parts. we're coming at you live from Seneca Falls, New York. It's a little northeast of Romulus. And I was watching that 2020 report on ABC, and it was kind of strange to see all the different venues and and places we've been on ABC News, on a show. But it was really disappointing in a way to see the way that they sensationalize it. It's more of a drama than a news report. It shouldn't even be called news.
It's not news.
I mean, I can give you some examples here. I got some audio from the show, just a few clips from the beginning of the segment. Here, for example, is the intro. Here it is. Any second now.
Tonight here, the 2020 exclusive.
I heard it.
Now, first
That
of
was
all,
dramatic.
yeah, it's 2020 exclusive. Well, this has been reported around these parts.
Yeah,
you know,
it's not
for
exclusive.
there's nothing exclusive about it other than that they use their full resources to lay out this, drama. But here's
They
another.
got a top-notch effects department to do ominous music while
Sure.
showing people's faces like moving around in slow motion.
With blood splattered across them. So here we go, getting into the segment. This is a little bit longer of a clip.
Vanishing in the wind, and a young father about to suddenly vanish too.
What they said there was crisp upstate New York November day with autumn leaves vanishing in the wind and a young son about to vanish too.
Everybody knows
I
that if
think
you are
it's- I think
underneath
it's
a
pretty
truck
accurate.
and the truck falls on top of you, you instantly vanish.
Well, certainly a murder of a young father is the same as a leaf falling off an autumn tree
Mhm.
and blowing in the wind, which doesn't vanish either. Nothing vanishes.
No, it just doesn't vanish.
Now this clip,
That's like an undergrad creative writing course
It's pretty bad.
work right there.
this clip here,
It's definitely not AP English.
No.
it continues.
It wasn't unusual to find 23-year-old Levi Karlsen tinkering away in the garage under a pickup truck.
No, it wasn't odd to see young Levi Karlsen tinkering away under a pickup truck. Now, it seems like they're just telling us some nice things about old Levi Karlsen, but in the next, not more than 5 seconds later, David Muir continues.
That's exactly where his father Carl and stepmother Cindy found their beloved son. Only this time Levi wasn't working under the truck. He was trapped under it. And this
What is
I
happening?
mean, I don't mean to laugh at this because it's a tragedy, but, I mean, come on, ABC. You'd often find young Levi tinkering away under the truck, but this time he was crushed by the truck. He wasn't tinkering.
He was dying.
He was dying under there.
Now, as if the story on its own merits wasn't good enough for ABC News, they had to spice it up a little bit. So let's see how they tied something in to make the story maybe a little more popular, especially just
Sensational.
weeks away from, the Christmas season.
that down this rambling country road from the Carlsen home is Seneca Falls, long thought to be the setting that inspired the 1946 American classic, It's a Wonderful Life.
What does that have to do with anything?
Piece by piece, it would soon become clear that this had not been a wonderful life for that young man.
Aww.
It's really bad.
Believe that?
It's really bad.
First of all, it was in Romulus, not Seneca Falls. There's really not anything to do with the court cases even in Waterloo. It's really not anything to do with Seneca Falls. But seeing that Seneca Falls is the setting of What's a Wonderful Run, we can throw a nice Jimmy Stewart clip in there. And then also a play on words, that the fact that he had been murdered is not a wonderful
Which
life.
is not a wonderful thing to happen.
No.
It has not been a wonderful life.
Mm.
That is so ridiculous.
So they talk to some locals. They go out to the old Trout's Auto Recycling and talk to Joshua Trout. And the reason they did this was so they could prop up an old truck and then drop it on the ground so we can see what it would actually be like. And One thing about Joshua Trout, he does not like to get under trucks.
I mean, would you go under this pickup truck?
I would never go under a truck. I don't like going underneath trucks when they're sitting all four tires on the ground.
That's good advice.
Why
He
not?
doesn't sound like much of a mechanic.
Is he afraid that the tires are going to pop in the thing?
Listen, he's just being safe. He doesn't know.
This
Maybe
guy-
Karl Karlsen's
What's
around the
Joshua
corner.
Trout? Is he a mechanic?
He's works at Trout's Auto Recycling, I think. Which is, by the way, fine auto recycling company here.
What the hell's an auto recycling?
In the Finger Lakes.
If you need your car stripped apart for parts and ground up, maybe recycled,
Where do you think cars go when they can't
they don't
drive
just
anymore?
vanish like Karl Karlsen.
He'll
Or
take it apart.
Levi
Will he give
Carlson.
you the parts back?
Well, no, I think that they give you money and you give them your car.
Oh, so they won't just like take your car apart and then give
If
it
it's
to you?
not good enough for a trade-in and all they can use it for is to strip it down for parts, that's where you take it.
And they'll give you some portion of money.
It's a nice way of saying basically a junkyard, but
Right.
No,
So
because
they're a junkyard on 5 and 20.
Well, no.
I don't think they're on 5 and 20. Are they?
Yeah, it is. It's right next. It's the
Oh,
old
yeah.
fucking Bubba's Hot Dogs or Vern's.
You might be right. You might be
Yeah.
right. Performing a very important service.
Wait, why didn't? Isn't there a video? Can't we? Did they show Joshua Trout?
There's no video to this because I just thought the audio almost makes it a little more impactful. And so we got one final clip here.
But they do know that truck came crashing down.
dumb.
So yeah, it is dumb. And the thing is that's what people want to watch. They don't want news. They can't call that news. It's storytelling. That is storytelling.
That's not news.
You know who the absolute worst is for that is Nancy Grace.
Yep.
You know, good point, Ben. Or Zach.
Her birthday was the
Whatever.
23rd.
I'm glad you knew that.
So, with that out of the way, I think it might be a good time to find out what everybody is drinking up here tonight.
Man drink like that and he don't eat, he is going to die.
We serve hard drinks in here for men who want to get drunk fast.
Fat babe, slide a piece to the porter. Next I run the job.
Look at here.
And Saucy Joe, what are you drinking tonight?
Drinking some coffee. Back to my old self, not drinking tea this week. Feeling much better. Drinking coffee out of my Hobo Codes mug.
And Dandy Aaron D, what are you drinking tonight?
Nothing.
Nothing, huh?
Nothing.
Wow, that's different.
Got burned by that terrible thing last week. No one drank it, by the way.
No one drank
You
it.
gave that to me. I took a sip in my car, and I was like, this is not for me.
It's gross.
And my wife goes, where'd you get that horrible drink? Because she tried to drink it the next day, and she didn't drink it.
It's awful, wasn't
Pretty
it?
bad,
They
yeah.
tricked me.
That was bad.
What was that again?
What was it called?
Fruit water?
Fruit water.
Fruit water. Stay away from the fruit water,
Oh,
folks.
that was bad.
Yeah.
Mysterious Taco Girl, what are you drinking?
Coffee.
Where's that coffee from?
Starbucks?
Yep.
And Zacky Supernova?
Well, I am.
He's got a special treat, I think, for us tonight. He's very excited about it.
I thought this was the Riley. No, this is the Daiquiri. I brought some
That's beer.
Davidson Brothers, which is brewed in Glens Falls, where I live, and I brought a couple of mixed 6-packs, and
Mixed
I highly recommend it. This is their Daiquiri Ale.
Well, what do you got there? Is that a weapon? Put that away.
It's only a weapon for murdering beers.
Oh.
Oh. Hey now.
And I've got brown ale and IPA too, and I offered it to everybody, but nobody seems interested.
I'm interested. You got an IPA over there?
Mm-hmm.
Pass one
Hook
over to
me up.
Saucy Joe. Dandy Aaron D
Crack it
wants
open
one.
with that beer murdering
He
weapon.
doesn't have any drink. You think he's not going to take one right now? The answer is no.
Something not dark.
Where'd you get this?
Well, then you want to have the Daiquiri or the IPA.
Yeah, Danny doesn't want this.
Ooh, I
IPA.
don't think you want any IPA.
He wants something light.
Yeah.
Go with the Daiquiri.
Yeah, go with the Daiquiri.
Whoa.
Ben, this is
That
your
sounds-
gig, man. Or Zach, whatever your name is. Did you just whittle that
Pass that
opener
over.
before you came here out of a block of solid wood?
Yes, I did.
Now, before we go any further, I would like to point out that my aunt, Zack Supernova's mother, made an incredible post on Facebook today.
Oh, yeah?
It was just a picture of him in that outfit right there, standing like in front of lake overlook, and it just said, "Time with my son, priceless." And I just thought that was the greatest.
That's cute.
Your mommy loves you so much.
She does.
It was a really good post.
That's exactly where his father Karl and stepmother Cindy found their beloved son. Only this time Levi wasn't working under the truck. He was trapped under it. And this
What is that music?
It's kind of, but
They make it seem like he was trapped under there struggling alive.
Yeah, well,
When
it
he
was action music. It was like serious action music.
When he was clearly dead.
Cue me up some of that serious action music, Roy. We got a pickup truck crushing scene. That's what they said. Probably not. Well, thanks for bringing in those.
Yes, thank you.
Those brews.
It's handcrafted.
How about you, sir?
I got a large
You got a
coffee, cream and one
Both.
sugar from the Dunk.
I run the job. Look at here.
A man drink like that and he don't eat. He is going to die.
I see.
I don't like this new chat room.
No, what's wrong with it, Andy?
I don't know if anybody's talking.
What do you mean?
There's a lot of different things being written on the screen.
What are you talking about?
If it has a username to the left, it's a new post. It takes a second to log into, just so you know, in case any of you...
I can't freaking get to it, which is the worst.
What's TyrolGeekshed.net?
That is the host of the IRC chat client.
What? The who?
They make it's the preferred method of chatting.
The
on
noozle
internet,
on the end of the hoose?
Are they trying to talk to me?
No, they're probably not.
I don't think anybody's trying to talk to me.
Over to the right is a list of users who are signed into the chat right now.
Oh, just me.
Just you. That's why it's quiet in the chat tonight.
That's why.
Just Dandy.
No Roger. No.
You actually put in your
Carl,
nickname, huh?
I did.
No Polly Always.
Last week you did not want to do that.
They were very upset about having to type in a username.
Before I was just automatically.
What's happening?
What's going on?
What's happening?
Oh.
He's watching us live.
My bad. I just wanted to let you guys know that you can now watch the old Sauce Pod.
It's like time travel. It was bizarre.
That was totally...
On your phone.
Lost.
On your smartphone.
Live,
or almost live. About 20-second delay. And the best way to do that is to either browse to the YouTube app and subscribe to fingerlakes1.com or download the Finger Lakes One app from the Google Play or Android store.
That's a good way.
Yep, and click on fingerlakes1.tv and load that stream up. I'm feeling a little looped out tonight because I had a really, really bad headache, and it still is. I still have this headache, but I took some pills to alleviate it, and it was such a bad headache, I really had to double up on the recommended dosage. And here we are.
That ibuprofen will make you crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So right now I got on the old list of things here, it says, what are we drinking? And then it says more banter dash Zack Supernova surprise.
I think that might
Well, my surprise was the beer that I brought from my local brewery.
Yeah, so this script
We'll
is
work that
this
out.
script is no good.
Throw that
anymore.
out. Throw that script right out. Thanks.
Page 2, though, still seems to work. It says Dandy's Choice. Now, this is a part of the show where Dandy R&D has a choice for us to make. And it's not as simple as you may think. It's not as simple as you may think. What do you got for us, Dandy?
All
this
eyes
week?
on you, man.
All right. Would you rather live 1,000-year life? Like you're 1,000 years
Yeah.
old.
Okay.
Pull that mic over a little, Dandy, would you? For you?
Or
10
100-year lives.
10 100-year lives. Best ever. That's the dream, isn't it?
That's more than a cat.
Do you remember your previous lives?
Like, can you evolve?
No. You
It's
don't.
not
just
an
keep
accumulated
going.
knowledge.
Yeah.
Once again,
Well, that
Dandy,
changes
what's the choice again?
You live till you're 1,000 once, or you live
To your 110 times.
100
Let me ask you this question: how long is it a normal rate of aging, so that when I reach, say, 80, I'm decrepit for the rest of my 920 years, or is it spread out? Yeah,
Prorated.
is it spread out over the 1,000 years, like proportional to a normal human life?
When
Or
you're-
Benjamin Button styles it backwards.
Oh, now let's get
When you're
Oh,
when
no.
you're 800, you'd be 80.
right, so that when I was 500 years old, I'd actually look like I was 50.
Yes. Yeah, let's go like
Oh
that.
man, that's kind of nice.
That is kind
Let's
of
go
nice.
like that.
I still think I'm
that,
going with the 100 or 1,000
That
year lives.
reminds me of a certain movie that I'm a big fan of.
Oh yeah, it reminds me. Which they're making a sequel to. Do you know that? They talked about
I
that?
I told you about that.
Oh,
I
you
told
did?
you about the
Kickstarter.
Kickstarter.
It's a good movie.
I think 10 100-year
Man
lives
from
is the
Earth
way
is
to
what
go
he's
because I think
Wait,
you
if you're gonna go 1,000, like 50 is 500, then it's gonna be the same way for getting to 100.
yeah, you're going to be 100
So-
years old when you die, and you're going to
It'll
be
be
90 years old when you're 90 years old for each of your 10
yeah,
lives.
that makes perfect sense.
I'm going with the 10 lives, and the reason why is that I think that by the time you reach like year 200 of your current life, first of all, the first 50 years is going to be terrible. You're going to be an infant.
Yeah,
Who's going to take care of you?
for 50 years, that'd be horrible.
But that notwithstanding, I think you're going to reach a certain point where you're just sick of your life.
Yeah,
I think
boring.
when a lot of people die, they actually are like ready. They're like, this has been a long life. And
No, I don't think that's how it happens.
You don't think
No.
that?
I've
like,
never
you know,
seen anyone die being like, oh, thank God. Whew, so happy this is
You've never been to a
happening.
nursing home.
Well, they
have
don't
you?
have time to reflect.
No,
on
I
it.
mean, but I've watched my grandparents die right in front of my face, and I don't think they were like,
Were they
gung-ho.
999 years
Yeah, no,
old?
that's true.
No,
That's a
but they
long
would have
time.
been in Dandy's world 780 years
That's
old.
a long time to be, man. It's like, holy
Yeah,
smokes.
that's a good point, Mysterious Taco Girl. And I think that a lot of people say that. They say that you
To make you feel better about getting old.
fashioning your nails a little bit.
Yeah.
I can make it really simple. You know what I mean? 10 wives, 10 lives, 10 wives. That's
10
how I
wives.
do it.
I'd go 10 lives, 14 wives, and 4 of my lives I would be promiscuous. And why not?
Why not? Because you got another one coming.
Yeah,
Are you
it
aware?
depends.
No, you're not. You don't remember the last life in the next
But
one, which
do you-
I think is a big advantage because you're right. Living 1,000 years, you get pretty bored.
Yeah, but by the 7th or 8th life, I'd be a master of living
No,
a
because
life.
you don't remember the previous life.
I
so
know,
it's-
that's why I wish you did, but I still would take the 10 lives.
My question then becomes, do you know that you're going to live again?
Yeah, but I mean, a lot
Say
of
I'm
people
on my
think
say
you're
I'm
going to
on
live
my
again
5th
now.
100-year life. Do I know that there's going to be a 6th? Because that's another, I could really...
It's another caveat that
I
Dandy
could
hasn't
really go
planned
buck
on.
wild in this one if I know I'm getting another go-around.
I don't think he's listening
I
to
know
your
he's
question.
I know he's not. He tuned right out. I can see it.
I was looking at something. What would you
What
say?
were you looking at?
10 most expensive things kids have bought on the internet.
Instead-
This has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
This is your segment.
Well, I guess he can do what he wants during his segment.
Apropos of nothing.
Yeah. I was wondering if I would be able to know if I was going to have another life. And I know I can't see my past lives.
No.
God, man, that's tough.
No, it is so easy. I'm going to live to be 1,000.
Yes.
I still got to go with the 10 100-year lives.
I'm going with the 10 100s.
Number one, you're guaranteed to live to be 100.
You're also guaranteed to live to be 1,000.
10 100-year lives.
Right, I get 10 times
You're
to be
actually
100.
not guaranteed. You could still die in like car accidents.
Well, yeah, you said 10 100-year lives, though. I mean, if you're shortchanged on one, then you should get it on the back end of another one.
Yeah.
But
And
anyways,
by the time you hit like 750, you're all old and decrepit, and you know you're going to be like that or worse for the next 250 years.
What are you going to do for the
I
last...
know a lot of 750-year-olds, 75-year-olds that
Do you know
live
any?
still.
Do you know
Yeah,
any
that's true.
90-year-olds
Enjoy
that are
their
like
lives.
kicking it hard? No,
JW's
you got to spend 100 years.
No.
JW's grandma runs 5Ks
5Ks.
every year.
That's
She's
true.
in her 90s.
That's true.
I have an uncle who actually just passed, and he was 95 or 96. He's got a wife that was like 60, so in the whole scheme of things. I mean, she's like a hot
In
young
the scheme
babe.
of things.
It's like 30 years, younger.
All right, I just will say this: that's no guarantee that you're going to be that way, and that's no guarantee that Danny's.
You
gonna be
asked
that way.
me if I knew anyone who was
But
however old and still kicking it.
I'm furthering my point by
Two.
saying that's no guarantee that you're going to be that way. So say that you're not, and say you start to really suffer at age 89.
I can't off
You
myself.
got 110 more years.
But I can
of
off
living
myself.
like
I can
that.
get to a
Yeah,
car
but
accident. he
that's a
said.
cheat. That's a total cheat because it's supposed to be a choice between.
Well, Danny can answer that question
No, that's no good.
if
That's
he's
cheat.
not too busy looking at
You're
things
cheating.
that kids bought on eBay.
Can you kill yourself?
Yeah, you can kill yourself.
We have total free will.
It's like your normal life.
So we
Alright.
got 3 100-year lives, 1,000-year life. Dandy, what's your choice?
1,000 years.
Wow, how come?
So when I'm 1,000, I can say I'm 1,000.
That's it. It's living for that dream that day. Happy
Well,
birthday.
Back in my day,
Right.
we had to walk.
Yeah. Well,
We
imagine the
just teleport.
Imagine what it'll be like in 1,000 years.
Oh, man,
Yeah,
it's
think of how
fucking
much
awesome.
more you get to experience and see.
Actually,
and
Yeah, you
being
could
older when 1,000 years from now is probably not as
But
bad.
if you go with the 10
yeah, 'cause
100s,
you'd be
you'll
able
still
to
be
just
there in
still
1,000
float
years.
around.
Well, you won't
Right.
remember what it's like to be in your first 100 years.
You'll read about it on the internet.
But
But
by
if
then
you're-
you can
if you're-
probably build new body parts, so you have like a younger
If your
body at 1,000.
if your 1,000 is going really bad and you hate it and you want to kill yourself, boom, you're done. If you're if you're on like your 4th 100
Yeah.
and it's going really bad, you can off yourself and you still got 6 more to get it
But
to
you
get it
don't
right.
know
know
that.
that,
But you don't
though.
know that.
When it's bad, it's bad.
Well, that's the choice I've been given.
All right.
Well, this has certainly been an interesting segment, Dandy.
You've done it again, old boy.
Is anybody in the chat room want to weigh in?
No, just Dandy. Just me.
He's not even listening.
Yeah, I'm not even
So,
He's in the kitchen.
That's a great article.
Let's hear
what
it.
was the most
Let's rattle it
expensive
off.
thing?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Oh, man.
It's got like an iPad.
No. A baby accidentally bought a car in an online auction.
Oh, I get it. I wasn't-
Nice.
A kid spent $1,400 on his mom's credit card on Virtual Farm.
James spent 40, so that's like pretty good.
An
How, do you have to
11-year-old
leave it a password?
No, not in this particular time. He didn't.
an 11-year-old spent $1,000 on an uber expensive iPhone app.
What app costs $1,000?
It's called BarMax.
The hell's that?
In-depth legal course.
Oh,
A little kid
I
almost
see.
bought his own Harrier jet off eBay.
holy smokes!
Nice.
That would have been worth it, though.
A 5-year-old racked up $2,570 with an app purchase. A teen accidentally spent $5,600 on a phone game.
Barmax is $1,000.
Toddler bought an actual excavator.
That's awesome.
He probably thought it was a toy.
A teenager
Isn't
tried
like-
to buy the original Coke recipe for $15 million. But
He
they
tried
didn't. They
to.
didn't do it though. So
Right,
that
that's, he
shouldn't
just
count.
tried. That shouldn't count.
An excavator.
Well, I think
like
it's
a,
'cause
what,
money-
Like what, a backhoe?
Yes, an excavator.
Yeah, back off.
Money and product was never
thought it was a
exchanged.
toy.
That's why it probably says.
An 8-year-old spent $1,400 on Smurf berries. The hell's that?
Like a cereal?
Yeah.
No way.
Or actually Smurf berries, maybe. They would always go Smurf them.
Yeah,
The
maybe-
Smurfs would always go Smurf.
They're
Smurf
Yeah,
berries.
but what? how-
It's Smurfing it.
What's
We
a
smurfed
Smurf?
so many Smurf berries today.
What's a Smurf berry though? Like
It's what
that
they
you
It's
can
their only
buy.
form of substance. That and ice cream, I think. They
No, like what did an 8-year-old spend? You don't get a Smurf berry in the mail.
He bought
Is it the
he
game?
bought that branch of Kellogg's on eBay.
I don't know about that. I'm gonna
Brit-
look-
a
I'm gonna
British
look it up.
teen bought a PlayStation 2. He got something else.
What?
Herpes.
A British teenager bought a shiny new PlayStation 2 gaming console online, but when he tore open the package, he wasn't met with an unexpected surprise.
Huh?
In cold, hard cash. $90,000.
Who wrote this article?
Wait, what?
Danny's moved on to
So
another
the box
article.
had like $90,000 in it.
Yeah.
That's
Parents
a steal.
made him turn it in.
One can buy many PlayStation 2s with $90,000.
8-year-old
No,
girl
he bought-
blows $1,400 on Smurf berries. You know what it was? It was from the iPad game Smurf's Village.
Ah.
Can I have the
Stephanie
bought-
K. recently got a rather startling surprise in her
Hot water?
email: a
Bottle opener.
$1,400 Smurf berry bill.
Do you like the cap that's in it?
No, he
Switch-
bought a
switching to the brown
PlayStation
ale.
2, and opened the box, and the box had money in it.
Nice.
$90,000. You can buy a shit ton of Smurf berries
Parents
with that
made him
money.
give it away. Give it
I
back.
wonder if he actually like sold drugs and that was his payment. His parents.
He bought it off of
that-
eBay, and that was what was sent to him. Maybe a drug dealer
Little Breaking
sent the
Bad,
wrong package.
little Breaking Bad action.
Little Breaking Bad action from Zack Supernova.
Imagine the drug dealer that got his package though and opened it up, and it was really a PlayStation 2.
This is
Instead of
terrible.
90 grand.
Somebody probably died. We laugh.
Goddamn.
And I bet you I know how they died. Crushed under a truck.
True.
So, hey, if you like what you hear, subscribe to us on iTunes, on Stitcher.com,
It's like a whole bunch of
on
rambling.
Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube. Subscribe to fingerlakes1.com. Go to thesaucepod.com for easy access to subscribe. And you can take us, you can watch us on your car, when you walk the dog, in the car, when you're on a trip.
In the car.
But why not? Winter's setting in. I mean,
Watch us.
obviously winter's setting in. It's cold outside tonight. Coldest night of the season so far.
It's cold out there. I wore my jacket.
How's the weather out your way, Zach?
It's it's pretty cold. I was at a wedding. I was at a wedding last weekend, and it was
You were at a wedding?
yes,
Shit, man, you're on tour.
yeah. I've been
He's the most sought after man that I know.
busy
His presence is sought after.
guy. I was at last weekend I was at a wedding. Weekend before I was at Council of Five Nations in Schenectady. Weekend before that I was at Kelly's wedding. And I'm coming back again actually for
Really?
Thanksgiving. So
Boom!
on tour.
On tour.
Wow. And the cold weather must be wreaking havoc with your southern sensibilities.
Oh yes, it's thrown off my delicate disposition.
Oh, for God's sakes.
You know, speaking of delicate disposition, it's time for our tweet of the week. And this week's tweet of the week comes from @JWoodham. Feeling bored? Post a status on Facebook that says Barack Obama 2016 and buckle up for the ride of your life.
That's funny.
Tweet of the week, because you can only run 2 terms as president in America.
Right.
As of right now, I mean that could change.
That could change, eh? We can pass all sorts of crazy bills.
People are talking people have already started talking about repealing the law that says you have to be a U.S. citizen so that or you have to be a natural-born U.S. citizen so that Ted Cruz can run.
Oh, he'd be a fine president.
Because he was born in Canada.
Be a fine president.
I heard that his running mate is going to be Tom Cruise.
It's Cruise.
Cruise
It's great
Cruise
ticket.
2016.
It's going to be called Cruise Control.
Fundamentalist Christianity and Scientology. Because what the hell?
Yeah. Be the best ticket ever.
Got some other tweets here from our good friend Baze Craze. Tweets,
Classic.
I just want a woman who has a great sense of humor about being a supermodel. Oh, Zach
Zach found that one funny.
Tickled by
You
that.
got that one.
Nice.
That was funny. These are funnier than usual.
Hey, I can't control what's coming through the Twitterverse. I can only report on it. This is actually much more of a news report than ABC News 2020 or Nightline or any of the ABC News shows nowadays. I like news. I like hard news.
You're a news hound.
Yeah, I'm a news hound who likes his news hard
Hard-boiled news hound.
and fast. And there's just not that much of it out there anymore. There's a lot of opinion and there's a lot of drama. Not much news. At Chooch, that's CHOOOCH, says Chooch.
Bobby?
There's a long pause in
Bobby
there
Chooch?
too.
I don't think I'll ever get the recognition I deserve for being the world's biggest pessimistic narcissist.
That's a good one, too. It's a thinker, that one. I like it.
Doesn't think he'll ever get the recognition he deserves for being the world's biggest pessimistic narcissist. Okay. Oh, here's one from Rob Delaney, who tweets, "Want to solve a meat puzzle?" is a good pickup line.
I see what he's doing there.
Well, everybody's in good spirits tonight. Usually the tweets of the week don't get that many laughs.
Well, Zack Supernova's here.
Speaking of meat, I was wondering, has anybody here ever suffered the meat sweats?
Yes.
Every time I eat.
Who hasn't?
Yeah.
He's been wondering that.
I was wondering that.
I've been wondering.
I didn't lead to a story about
Meat sweats?
some sort of charcuterie story.
You got a charcuterie story?
A what?
Charcuterie?
Charcuterie?
You don't know what charcuterie is, and you consider yourself a fine southern cut?
Oh
sorry.
my goodness.
We had a whole hour episode on charcuterie.
It's like episode 4.
Perhaps I'm missing out on the conversation. It's been a while since I've been to the haberdashery.
It's the art of salting and curing meat, I believe.
Yeah.
That's exactly
charcuterie.
Charcuterie.
Is jerky the same thing?
That's
I believe it's part of it, sure.
I went to a jerky store this weekend.
Oh, yeah?
This whole store was devoted to jerky?
Yeah, I should have brought it in.
Where was it?
A lot of jerks.
In Greenville, South Carolina.
No kidding. What was the name of it?
The jerk store?
House of Jerky.
Sounds like fun.
And was the jerky hanging on racks?
And packages.
Oh, it was all packaged, so.
But it was their package. They make the jerky?
Well, no, it was actually out of Indiana, I think.
What?
Yeah, so it wasn't even made there, but there was turkey jerky, chicken jerky, buffalo jerky.
Well, that's like this beer.
Venison jerky.
And the whole store sold
Trout
only jerky?
Salmon jerky.
They sell anything else besides jerky?
Water.
Yeah, you get thirsty eating that jerky.
It's hard to believe that a store could survive on jerky sales alone.
I was at the same location. Well, I didn't go in, but maybe 4 months ago it was a hookah shop. So
they got hungry.
It's a fairly new.
They wanted some snacks.
Establishment.
I don't approve of that devil weed.
How do you feel about jerky?
I don't care for that sort of thing.
The correct answer was, well, it gives me the meat sweats.
Right.
Well, there you go.
It would bring it right around. Hey.
More tweets?
I got tweet this week's segment is over. I got a radical new idea that I think I'm going to implement soon. I've been thinking about it a long time. I'm going to start working at a standing desk. I'm not going to sit in my chair behind my desk all day.
Are you really going to do it?
We've discussed this again.
Yeah, because I feel I sit there for 4 or 5 hours sometimes.
Because we get packages that come to the office every so often, every few days. We get a package, and he'll open it up, and it'll be some piece of equipment that we need here in the studio or
like that new microphone boom arm for Dandy R&D.
Right, look at that. How are you enjoying that, Dandy?
It's awesome.
All right. Now, I'm waiting for the day that it comes, and it's a standing desk.
You know how you do it? I'm going old school. I'm getting like a countertop from fine establishment like Farrar Lumber, and I'm going to put it on a couple file cabinets raised in the air enough, and I'm going to get a stool. This is standing desk doesn't mean you got to stand the whole time, but you'll be in a stool.
Like an architect.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Like a drafting table.
Yeah, I guess that would be the
I see.
right way to say it.
Because I just think that it's not good for my health.
Why don't you just buy a drafting table?
We have a drafting table here, actually.
We do.
It's right around
We use it to play music on a lot.
Yeah, we don't have much means for drafting around here, except for when we like to follow each other closely in our car at high speeds. We do like to drafting.
I believe they call that drifting. That's
drafting.
Tokyo drifting.
That's drafting.
No, drafting.
That's drafting.
Drifting is different, Ben. Zach.
I haven't seen any of those movies, so I don't know.
So, aside from the standing desk, this weekend went up to Halsey's, had some dinner, and it was good. I'm telling you, it was good. When's the last time you guys eat at Halsey's in Geneva?
I ate there like 2 weeks after they opened.
That would be a never.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. And what did you get, Mysterious Taco Girl?
Wow.
Can't remember what you got? I got...
my meal was awful, but...
It wasn't good?
No.
Well, my meal was good.
I ordered wrong.
You
So it was
ordered,
your fault.
You took a chance?
Yeah, I didn't like it.
But you can't remember what it is?
It was the chicken saltine boca.
Oh.
But my neighbor companion got a pizza, and their pizza is always good.
I hear that they got good pizza. I got the duck breast over Swiss chard with a cherry sauce.
Yeah, that sounds awful.
No, you kidding me? I think you'd like it. Why would you not like that?
What kind of mood are you in right now?
I don't like
Swiss chard?
duck
No?
or cherries.
Oh.
Water birds are really greasy. So if you like
I agree.
duck or goose, it's kind of greasy.
I'm with
Goddamn
Zack
greasy
Supernova.
water birds.
I'm just saying.
They are a bit more greasy, but this was a breast that was sliced, and it wasn't greasy. It was delicious. It was perfectly cooked, and the sauce was great. The Swiss chard was good. It was a good dinner. I had a little creme brulee.
What do you think about creme
And a
brulee?
nice
I love it.
wedge salad.
I don't understand it.
Why?
I just don't get it. It's a weird dessert for me.
Pudding with cream with
Crispy
toasted
sugar top.
Yeah, I know what it is. Everybody, thanks. Danny, you want to chime in and tell me what creme brulee is too, since these two already hit me up?
I don't know what it is.
Dan, do you ever eat at
We should. They both just told us.
Did you ever eat at Halsey's?
Yeah.
In Geneva, what do you think?
It was alright. It's nothing spectacular.
What'd you order?
I don't know. I would imagine a steak.
Did you get the meat sweats?
No.
Can't have been too great.
It wasn't bad enough for me to remember that it was bad. If it was bad, you know.
Or good enough to remember that it was
Yeah.
good.
Well,
I remember the bad ones. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
what did you? Oh yeah, that now. I think I was with you the last time you ate at Halsey's, and that was a long time ago.
That's
so
the last
I'm not
time I
going
went
to
to
ask you what
Halsey's.
you ate because I
don't remember. I
could
couldn't
not
possibly.
remember.
I do
5
believe
years
you were
ago.
there, though. We sat up on the upper part, right? Or did we sit down?
We sat down.
They have good salads.
I had a nice wedge salad. Zack Supernova, favorite restaurant?
Favorite restaurant anywhere? Or
Favorite restaurant?
God damn
favorite
it! Answer the
restaurant?
question.
That's a good one. I'm gonna have to go with.
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
No, I'm gonna have to go with El Mexicano, up in Glens
It's a
Falls.
fine Irish restaurant, right?
Yeah.
In Glens Falls.
Yep. They have some of the best enchiladas I've ever had, and they've got a little mariachi dude who walks around, and if you pay him $1, he'll sing you a song.
Nice.
That's a nice bonus. Now, Zach, waterbirds, yes or no?
No.
Too greasy.
You don't like them because of the grease?
Well, I don't like them because of the grease. I also don't like them because I went to college in Oswego, and they had flocks of Canadian geese who would stand under my window and honk at 6 a.m., and it was unpleasant.
So you don't like to
enjoy
eat
to eat
them?
'em.
Yeah.
No.
Exact your revenge on them.
Eat them in
Greasy
front of them.
waterbird.
Sit in your
No, my revenge would be to work at a goose farm where I could just slaughter them and not have to eat them.
Rape the geese.
That's not
Crush them with a truck?
No. I don't think. I don't. No.
Goose raper.
All right. Well, what's your favorite restaurant?
My favorite restaurant. It's hard to say because there's restaurants you go to a lot every day, and there's special restaurants you go to. But one of my favorite restaurants right now is if somebody said, "Where do you want to go?" You can go anywhere. It would probably be Moro's Table in Auburn.
She's so highly critical of all the foods and restaurants that you like.
Can't believe you don't like Moro's Table. What's not to like?
She actually stuck her tongue out and went, bleh.
I like Bambino's in Auburn a lot, too.
Oh, that is good. They're good.
You know what
Common
restaurant
ground.
has a special place in my heart, though? It might not be my absolute favorite of all time, but I really, really love it, is Antonina's. Just gotta love Antonina's.
Classic.
In fact, I'm going there tomorrow night.
Holy smokes.
What will you order?
I am going to get the chicken parmesan.
What do you think?
With shells?
You gotta get the shells. Get shells.
Comes with shell. I thought it was just either spaghetti or ziti.
I get chicken parm,
Shells.
spaghetti,
Yeah,
and
little-
potatoes, circles, the garlic potatoes,
Potatoes.
whatever they call them.
Now, I've made the garlic potatoes at home. They're
Yeah?
not as good, but you can
pull it
buy
off.
them and make them.
What do you mean you buy them?
So, like at the store, I never knew this either. You can get a can of sliced.
Is that how they make them?
Sliced
Potatoes. Yeah.
And you just deep fry them and
Oh,
put
yeah,
some
I see
garlic
what you're
salt
Or you
on
could just
them.
buy a potato and slice it.
Yeah, but these are
No,
small and like
Yeah, they're
soft.
perfect. They're perfect. It's nothing worse than peeling potatoes.
No, that's why
It's
they.
my job.
No, actually,
every holiday.
there's like smallpox. That's worse than potatoes. Peeling potatoes.
I don't know.
Getting crushed under a truck.
Yep.
Pretty bad.
Watching 2020.
That's pretty bad.
Having geese outside your door while as we go.
It's
Yep.
true. Pretty bad. I like peeling potatoes. Give me
I
a
don't
nice.
mind
Geese
Or
are mean.
carrots.
If you're walking along the paths in the morning and there are geese nearby, they'll like hiss at you and chase you.
Yeah, and they can.
Yeah, because they think you're gonna
also
mess with their babies.
Take their wings and crush you.
Like this.
No, that's a seal.
I'm crushing your head.
Zack Supernova.
Crushing
Have you, how, if you were a seal,
How would you clap?
how would you clap your hands if you were a seal? Show me.
Seal.
Right. Yeah. If you see the episode from last week, this guy is
2 weeks ago, I think.
clueless as to how a seal functions.
Like this.
That's how he thinks a seal works.
You're totally off
That they
base,
clap
sir.
their hands backwards.
No, I'm simulating a seal. I'm not saying a seal.
Sir,
Actually,
I will have no more of your tomfoolery.
you don't have any seals in the south of the Mason-Dixon line.
No, sir.
No.
Hey, you know,
I don't cotton to them swarthy foreign types.
with the way that the news media is covering stories nowadays, a lot of people are turning to us for the hard news.
Soft spot?
Are they?
Yeah, so hold on tight.
He's a hard-boiled news hound
It's time for the news.
with a penchant for facts.
Excuse me.
Pardon me. That's a lot of beer.
Dateline, Columbus, Georgia. After family out safe, man rushes back into burning home.
Dang.
Walter Serpent, a Columbus, Georgia resident, was watching television at his house Thursday afternoon when a new water heater is believed to have started a fire. As a room filled with smoke, Serpent, 5 other adults, and 2 children escaped to safety. Once clear of the structure, though, Serpent had other things on his mind. It wasn't the possible loss of family photos, beloved pets, or family heirlooms. No, Serpent ventured back into the burning building to rescue some beers. I told them to get the kids out and everything, and me, myself, being an alcoholic, I was trying to get my beer out, he later told WTVM. I went back into the house like a dummy, and the door shut on me because this backdraft was about to kill me.
That's why.
Fortunately, he escaped the inferno once more without injury, this time with a couple of beers in tow. No one was harmed in the incident. Dandy, if you could run back into your burning home for one thing, assuming that there were no pets or people inside still, what would you grab?
Oh, that'd be a hard one.
That's a tough call, right?
You don't have time to grab one thing before the backdraft kills you.
I don't know.
One thing.
Nothing in my house is really
Would it be
In
your
my-
karate trophy?
like Jim Kelly
Would
autographed
it be
jersey.
your
Maybe.
Matt Verkey autograph?
No, that's here. That's
Oh,
safe.
All right, good.
Would it be your Wayne Gretzky autographed dinner tray?
No.
No.
Probably my Jim Kelly autographed football jersey. That's the only thing that I can't replace, probably.
Right.
Oh, well. Mysterious Taco Girl, if your home was on fire and, you know, pets and family and anything living was out, what would you run in and grab if you could grab one thing?
Photos.
So a photo, your computer or a photo album?
I back up my things in great ways, so like my old photos that are like hard copies.
Right.
Or not hard. Would they be considered hard copies?
Oh, yeah. Photo album.
Actually.
Actual
photographs.
photos. Yeah, nowadays, if you're smart, you back them up somewhere, so if your house burns down, you don't lose your photos. They're in the cloud.
That's what Photo Bucket is for.
Zack Supernova. If your home was on fire, you know, everybody was out, you probably already saved them with your superpowers. What would you rush back in to save?
I would save my prized mint julep set. My parents, when I graduated college, they got me a gold pocket watch, which is the only thing I have that's like really pretty much irreplaceable. So
I'm getting a little misty here hearing this story about Zack Supernova's parents and this pocket watch.
It's a family heirloom. It's very near and dear to my heart.
Things just got very serious. Saucy Joe.
I had time to think about this, and I didn't. I think probably the most important thing would be like I have
insurance policy.
Yeah, I have a box. I'm trying to think if I should save it though, because it's a fireproof box.
Yeah, leave it there. You get it later.
I might leave it, but it's got the kids' birth certificates and
but it's fireproof. Put it to the test.
Things like that. Is that the kind of thing you really want to put to the test?
Well, do you have anything else?
Then you can sue the company and get new stuff.
It also has several $1,000s worth of like savings bonds in it. So I might want to save that.
I would grab my Google TV box so I could watch the Sauce Pod on my TV still.
Great point.
Dateline, Dallas, Texas. Save the endangered black rhino by hunting it down and killing it dead.
I saw that. That is so. Oh my God!
It's
people
pretty
are
preposterous.
Dumb.
The Dallas Safari Club is preparing to auction off an opportunity to hunt an endangered black rhino in
Namibia?
Namibia, yeah.
Nambia.
No, it's Namibia, which I have trouble saying. I can say Nambia fine, but Namibia. To benefit the Save the Rhino Trust, this fundraiser is the first of its kind for an endangered species, Ben Carter, DSC Executive Director, said earlier this month. Really? The first fundraiser of its kind for an endangered species. That's kind of surprising.
To save the rhinos.
Got to kill a rhino to save the rhino.
It's the
quick, Ned, thin out their numbers.
An endangered black rhino.
He's heading right for us. The auction, to be held in January, is expected to fetch between $250,000 and $1 million. The black rhino is critically endangered, according to the International Rhino Foundation. An estimated 5,000 live in the wild. When asked about offering a chance to hunt a member of an endangered species, Carter said, this is about saving a species, not one animal. Dandy, have you ever hunted rhino?
Once.
Can you imagine Dandy on a rhino hunt?
I can.
Maybe
that's a big gun.
Maybe a peppermint rhino.
If people really cared about saving the rhinos, they'd come up with the cash without having to kill one. I mean, what kind of world do we live in nowadays where we got to kill rhinos to save rhinos?
It's not about saving one animal.
You know what they need to do is they need to auction off a chance to hunt something that's not endangered, like a homeless person.
To save the rhinos.
To save
the rhinos.
I don't think anybody would have a problem with that. Or instead of killing a rhino, auction off a night alone with a rhino.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
How many people have had sex with a black rhino?
How many?
Probably none.
Save your jokes, Ben. Save your jokes. I saw one brewing. Now, rhino horn, powdered rhino horn. I think that's white rhino horn.
Powdered rhino horn does absolutely nothing, but they say it gives you a boner.
It's purported to increase male effectiveness in the bedroom.
It also gets the devil out of your spirit.
It's also made of the same crap as your fingernails.
Right.
Wow.
So I just recently heard that you can crush up deer antlers.
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
And take it like a steroid?
Deer velvet. The velvet from the
grows on them. VJ Singh used that called deer velvet spray or deer antler spray, and he was punished by the PGA Tour.
It's made from the velvet.
Yeah.
And it's actually pretty dangerous, I think, if abused.
Like most substances.
Yeah. But it's a performance enhancing substance.
Not only have I never smoked marijuana, I still believe it leads to jazz music.
Dateline, East Africa. Britney Spears battles Somali pirates.
Dang.
Britney Spears' songs Oops, I Did It Again and Baby One More Time are used to scare away Somali pirates who might otherwise be tempted to attack merchant Navy ships off Africa's east coast. According to Officer Rachel Owens, these guys can't stand Western culture or music, making Britney's hits perfect, Owens said. The music is blasted at extremely high volumes, with the speakers aimed directly at the pirates, so the ship's crew doesn't have to deal with ear-splitting tunes.
Look at you hurting.
How red his face
You
is.
heard Zack Supernova. Look,
God,
he's
that
bright
is the
red.
best thing I've ever heard in my life.
Oh, he's bright red.
Owen said Spears classics are an effective way of fighting pirates. But Stephen Jones of the Security Association for the Maritime Industry says there are some lengths Western powers are unwilling to go to for fear of violating international law. I'd imagine using Justin Bieber would be against the Geneva Convention,
Oh.
Jones jokingly said.
He joked about it.
Yeah, so anyways, long-range acoustic device defense systems have been in use for a while, apparently, and that's what this is. And the pirates assume that if they have this measure in place, they also have weapons, so they steer clear. So, Dandy, in one word, tell me how you feel about Britney Spears.
Hurts my brain.
That's what word?
Zack Supernova, one word, Britney Spears. The correct answer is horny.
sorry, you've lost.
Yeah. Hey, do you got the Saucepod mail open on that iPod, Saucy Joe? Because
I do.
Polly always has specifically asked that Saucy Joe
Good,
read this
because
week.
it was a long one.
Okay, I'll read it. Hold on.
So, this is another segment that we're kind of waiting on here, where Polly always emails us a fact, and the point of it is that if you listen to one episode of the Saucepod a week, you're certainly going to learn at least one thing. And
You keep vamping.
yeah, well, actually, I'm going to load up the old segment here. Today I learned by Polly Always.
Today I learned with Polly Always.
See if I got this right.
You're trying to decode.
Yahtzee.
Nice.
Oh no, I pressed the wrong button. Wait for it. Come on, what did I do?
Zack Supernova, you're familiar with this segment.
No, I am not. I'm not familiar with this segment.
Okay, I did it.
Out of all of our guests, sorry to inform you, but I think you listen the least.
Yeah, most of our guests listen to the show.
My apologies. we don't have we don't get that internet access down on the plantation.
Dear Saucepod, ghostly ghouls. I should have said that in this more spooky tone. Today I learned some interesting facts about America's Halloween candy preferences. According to the National Confectioners Association, we Americans prefer chocolate far above other types of Halloween candy, with 50% of children preferring chocolate, 24% preferring non-chocolate, and 10% preferring gum in their trick-or-treat bags. The most popular type of candy is Reese's Peanut Butter Cups,
Hell
and
yeah.
the least popular, in descending order, is as follows. In descending order, least popular: Whoppers, Smarties, Good and Plenty, Tootsie Rolls.
Yep.
My personal least favorite, says Polly Always, comma, Bit-O-Honey.
Oh, that bit of honey's great.
That's
Bit-O
awful.
Honey is- oh, it's fantastic.
Awful.
I love Bit-O-Honey, comma, Mary Jane's. I don't even know what that is.
It's like a bit of honey.
Is it?
Mhm.
And coming in at number one is America's least favorite Halloween treat. Anyone?
Smarties.
Fruit.
It's easy.
Floss.
Most hated Halloween candy?
Nuts.
Most hated Halloween candy.
Oh, candy corn.
Candy corn,
I like
absolutely.
candy corn.
Here's
Candy corn
hoping you
is
have a fun,
gross.
safe, and spooktacular Halloween with darkest regards. Polly Always.
Well, isn't
P.S.
that something?
Fuck Roger.
That's really good, timely, with Halloween being this week.
Yep.
Yes, it is.
That is a good one, Polly. Yeah, I like bit of honey. I like candy corn.
I love
I like
Bit-O-Honey.
Mary Jane.
Bit of honey's fantastic.
Well, I think you're talking about a different Mary Jane.
Yeah. Spider-Man's Peter Parker's lady friend.
Okay. Sure, we'll say that.
Dandy, least favorite Halloween candy. Whoppers? Whoppers suck. Why do they exist?
Whoppers
No.
are terrible.
Milk duds?
Malt
Candy
Malted
or,
milk balls.
or what I
no,
used to find
malt chocolate's gross.
in my bag. Does it have to be candy? Because I really hate
Yeah,
them.
this is according to the National Confectioners Association. the
How about my
NCA.
top 3?
Sure, give it to us.
Pennies, popcorn balls.
Oh, you don't like the popcorn balls?
Like pennies?
Pennies? Who
Like
gives you
when people
pennies?
give you pennies? Yeah, that's
You
a
kn-
horrible Halloween treat.
In our neighborhood, we
Yeah.
used to get pennies.
It's true.
I've got a dime before.
And I used to hate getting apples.
Yeah.
We used to get toothbrushes.
Yeah.
I don't mind a toothbrush. I need a new toothbrush, you know? It's
Actually,
nice when
that's a
someone
good
gives it to you.
point.
You don't have to go buy one.
You know, that's like the weirdest thing because it's like if somebody gave me a toothbrush when I was a little kid, I'd be so disappointed. If somebody gave me a toothbrush now, I'd be really, it's like, awesome. I need a new toothbrush.
Thanks for the toothbrush.
Yeah, now I don't have to
Sweet.
go to the CVS.
Yeah.
We were like 8, though. We didn't have to go
Well, that was at a time when we didn't have to buy our own toothbrushes.
That's true.
to Dr. Rod Littlejohn on it.
Yep. I'll tell you, I'll tell you, I used to go there. And one time the hygienist lady was trying to give me X-rays that I didn't need.
It's just like the lady that you thought was going to rape you in the closet.
Yeah, no, she was trying to give me X-rays I didn't need, and so I was probably like 13 or 14 at the time.
Triple X-rays.
And so she leaves and calls my parents, and she calls Martha, and they get into a verbal altercation, and that dental hygienist came back looking like the boogeyman smacked her around.
Wow.
So Martha gave it to her hard.
Wow, so do tell. Do tell.
Well, she was like, it's like my mom was saying, I'm not spending, you're not giving him X-rays every year. You're just trying to, make some money. I get that, but he doesn't need X-rays.
Smack
So-
now.
so the,
Martha
so-
Supernova style.
So the hygienist is like, so should I write on his chart, no X-rays ever? And
snarky.
Martha just like, it's like that pregnant pause. And you can kind of like smell.
Is that the picture?
Time with my son. Priceless. I love that.
So, and like, it's like that pause is just like, take your X-rays, and then put all his charts and all of his paperwork in a folder and send it home with him. We will not be
Getting X-rays from
going
you.
there anymore ever. And that was the last time I ever went to Dr. Littlejohn's.
Oh man, you were really trashing on a fine local business on the south
Well,
side
it was
tonight.
that particular hygienist was not good.
It was just an isolated incident, I
An
assume.
isolated incident, yes.
Because that man is beloved.
And mustachioed. He's beloved.
Right, Mysterious Taco Girl?
Yep.
And that's Today I Learned with Polly Always.
Today I learned with Polly Always.
What's your least favorite candy?
Candy corn.
Well, I thought you were going to say,
Candy
what's
corn?
my least favorite hygienist?
There's a song that was on
Candy corn's
Kids
not so
TV.
bad anymore.
Yes,
You
it
can
is.
get,
It's
like-
always bad.
No, you can get like Starburst.
I heard
candy
there's like
corn,
pumpkin candy corn that's really good.
You've
I
never
like-
had the little pumpkin candy corns before?
I'm off
Yeah,
candy.
They're
I
little
gave up
orange with the
candy.
green stem. They're horrible.
There was
I gave up candy.
like Jolly Rancher candy corns I had once.
Yeah.
They were fantastic.
Yeah, they make all different kinds now. Not just that fucking crappy.
Yeah. Ugh.
I'm going to find this song. About
See, with the
candy corn.
stuff on that list, I didn't mind. Like, I like Smarties. I like Whoppers.
I like Whoppers,
I love fucking
malted chocolate.
what are those little things?
Hershey's Kisses?
Nope.
Goobers?
No.
Milk
It was on the
Duds?
Yum Yums?
it was on the
Raisinets?
list.
Num Nums?
It was on the list. Tootsie Rolls.
Husker
The
Doos?
Oh yeah, I
Rolls.
like Tootsie Rolls
But
too.
I like the flavored Tootsie Rolls, like the
I like all Tootsie
cherry
Rolls.
and
Vanilla.
Vanilla ones are real good.
My,
But you only get like 5 in a whole
Yeah.
bag.
my daughter
I gotta-
loves trick-or-treating,
I gotta agree.
but she doesn't like chocolate. So old Tony sometimes
Make up
loves
with it.
Halloween time.
I'm leaving on Thursday. I'm going back to Glens
Oh,
Falls on
you're gonna get
Thursday,
egged.
but I can
Somebody's gonna egg your car.
I can stay an extra day if all of Jackie's chocolate, if I can have it.
Wow.
No, that's a bad trade.
That's a terrible
I probably won't
trade.
even see you that day.
But I have to agree with that.
I'm gonna play this song.
With that little story there, because.
Who sings it?
He doesn't like candy corn.
I have to agree. I don't like candy corn, but I do like Reese's peanut butter cups.
What are the origins of that song?
I first heard that song on PBS Kids Sprout TV. It's sung by a little moose named Moose and his friend Z, who's a bird. I think it maybe is sung by the bird. Moose and Z.
That's a show I used to watch. Yeah.
Moose and Z. I don't like candy corn. It comes from that was like a seasonal interlude in between shows. They would play that song. So now I think of candy corn. Whenever I think of candy corn, I think of that song.
I do like candy corn. I'm never like, man, I wish I had some candy corn. But if there's candy corn there, I'll eat one and be like, dang. And I'll eat another one.
Think how much candy corn is sitting somewhere.
Yeah.
Your gut.
Yeah. I just mean after Halloween times. Does it go into candy corn storage? Like, do you just get thrown out into a big dumpster full of candy
What
corn?
was it like? Lewis Black or somebody who had that bit where it was like they only ever made like 50 tons of candy
That's
corn,
it.
and that's all
It
that
just
they
keeps
ever made, and they just keeps getting recycled.
Trotting it out every year. Gross. It's just like made of weird wax.
Why does
sugar.
everybody not like
It's just
candy corn?
sugar wax. It's weird.
I don't like it either.
Hey, well, enough of the things that we don't like. How about finding out some things that we do like and are willing to recommend to our listeners?
Like mint juleps?
Yep. Gotta make a recommendation.
Dandy R&D, what do you recommend tonight?
I recommend cleaning the leaves out of your gutters.
Oh, sweat. It's a smart thing to do this time of year.
You're going to have to do it more than once, but...
Don't want to get them backed up. Why don't you just wait till the end of the season when no more leaves are falling and do it all at once?
Because then, by that time, they're all, like, black and grimy and nasty.
You know, you can get a robot
smelly.
to do it for you. You ever see that
I
little
don't trust that thing.
iRobot submarine?
You know what I did do,
gutter
though? Is I
submarine?
got up on the roof with a leaf blower.
Yeah, it's
blew them bitches
made a
up.
quick job.
Wow, that's a smart way to
Smart
do it.
move, man.
And mulched them up with the lawnmower.
Yep.
That's a good idea.
Makes
I got at it Saturday.
You really had a day, huh? Good recommendation.
Serious Taco Girl.
I'm going to recommend the house dressing at Little Italy.
Wow.
Really?
It's fantastic.
The newly opened Little Italy right across the street from the studio here in
homemade.
downtown Seneca Falls. It's what is it? It's a house dressing. It's like Italian.
Like a house Italian. They make it themselves. It's fantastic.
Wow, that's a really hidden treasure right there. It seems.
Not
Good
anymore.
recommendation. Two good recommendations. Zack Supernova. Can you make it 3 for 3?
I am going to recommend the Davidson Brothers Red Ale. So I was able to bring Daiquiri and Brown Ale and IPA, but they didn't have Red Ale in bottles because they were kind of wiped out because of the Fish concert.
Fish heads love red ale.
And it was really Fish coming into town was like the worst thing that's ever happened to me since I moved to Glens Falls.
Really?
Is that why you
They had
left?
to shut down the bridge because some dumbass naked guy, seriously naked, running across the bridge, and they had to shut it down.
Why do they have to shut it down? They got to hose it down or something?
Goddamn hippies.
Why?
What about all the low-cost burritos and sandwiches though that you could have?
Grilled cheese
What about
sandwiches
the grilled
galore.
cheese?
You know,
What?
pork chop sandwiches.
Pork chop sandwiches. What about the?
Music.
Think of the music, man.
You don't like their style of music?
I like Fish well enough, but I don't like a lot of the people who listen to it, which is kind of the reason why I didn't like Dave Matthews in high school, because, I mean, the music was good enough, but certain people who listened to it annoyed the shit out of me, so.
Hey, fair enough. So what exactly is your recommendation? Oh, that red ale.
Davidson Brothers Red Ale.
Can
I've got the brown ale, the IPA, and the Dacker here, but the red ale is my personal favorite.
Can we order it online?
That's a good question. I don't know, but they're making some.
Not important.
They're making some expansion.
Saucy Joe, what do you recommend?
I think you hurt Joe.
Oh, it hurts.
You hurt him.
Hey, you like to draw? You ever draw a picture?
I love to draw.
I've drawn pictures.
Did you ever try drawing a picture on your computer with a mouse?
It's not easy.
It's the worst.
I do that for a living, sir.
This guy invested in a really cheap tablet. You know, a digitizer tablet, so you can draw with a pen on your computer. Holy smokes. Makes a world of difference.
What have you been drawing?
I've been drawing all kinds of things. Been drawing this, been drawing that. Drew a woodland scene.
Do you have any pictures so we can see how they turned out?
But soon enough, I will bring in some of my newly reinvigorated hobby, some of my artwork. Man, it's a lot of fun.
I do that for a living, sir.
Do you use a tablet?
No.
You
should. We have a tablet, but I never use it.
You gotta convince them to get you a Cintiq, one of those nice freaking draw on monitors. It's really nice. That's what you need, son.
And put it at a standing desk.
Yep. So that's my recommendation. Get yourself a digitizer
I can't
tablet.
get a standing desk at work unless I get a doctor's note.
Well, they won't let you have one?
Unless you get a doctor's note.
Why? You some kind of threat when you're standing? Too light on your feet? What's the deal?
It just costs them money to convert our sitting desks to standing desks. So you can get one, but you need a doctor's note.
Wow, so has anybody in your office done that?
Yes.
Wow. And do they look happy?
They're apparently more comfortable.
Yes. I feel like I'm a load of turd when I sit in that chair all day, reclined.
I have to...
It's how I feel.
I have to... I sit all day, but I have to get up. I have to go for walks. I get smoking breaks, and I don't smoke. I don't smoke, so I just go walk.
What do you do? What do you do for a job? You draw stuff.
I'm a
what are you,
a
man?
graphic artist for the Tribune Company. So you ever open up the newspaper and turn to the movie page and say, oh, what's playing at the local multiplex tonight? That's what I do. I make those movie times listings for like dozens of papers all across the U.S. and Canada.
Nice.
7 benefits of a standing desk.
Nice.
More energy.
Yes, I'm looking for that.
You can't hide your farts as good.
I don't got nobody to hide them from.
Except you're all alone.
Yeah, but
It's
if you're
harder-
in like
It's
where I
harder to
work,
sleep. It's harder to sleep when you're standing up.
That's why Ben won't get it.
Let's hear the rest of this list.
Well, now I just...
What
got it.
happened?
More productivity.
All right. Sounds good.
More space.
Yes.
Better posture.
Mhm.
Sure. Okay.
Easy to maneuver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First out the door in case of a fire.
Better digestion.
Wow, I didn't consider that one.
It's like those squatting toilets. Like
Inspire other people. It's just so stupid.
Inspire other people.
other people that make fun of you.
Basically, they're saying if you get a standing desk and you think you're so fucking cool, then
Sometimes
other
it's-
people are going to be.
Tony sometimes is so awesome. He's got a standing desk.
It's a really cool thing that you do.
I couldn't have a standing desk. It wouldn't work.
More people should be like you, Tony, sometimes.
That's what they'll say.
Yeah, no.
In
Me and
a
Danny
month's
could not
time.
have standing desks.
Start a revolution.
Is that all the reasons? I need one more to push me.
I
over
would.
the top.
I would base my career on whether I could have a standing desk or not. Like if I had to have a standing desk, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't do it.
Wouldn't work in that job.
You don't have
or
to
field.
stand.
You don't
There's a
stand. It's
stool.
just, there's like a high stool, so you're kind of more up, just up. You can
I
have-
wouldn't mind a stool.
There you go.
I wouldn't mind like a high top table,
kinda
like at a
just-
bar.
high
you
boy.
know, like a high-
That's what it is.
Personally,
I
I
wouldn't
think
mind that.
my productivity would be maximized if I could lie down and work.
See that?
4
On your back?
surprising benefits of a stand-up desk.
Okay, surprise. These are going to be surprising. Let's hear 'em.
Longer life expectancy.
I heard, that doesn't surprise me. So they're
You're gonna spend more money on shoes.
Maybe.
That is one of the downfalls.
Is
Your
it?
feet will hurt.
Your feet.
More calories burned.
not surprising.
Yeah.
More people's feet are gonna stink.
All right, let's get through this list.
Better overall health.
Again, not surprising.
That's
They're
I'm
0 for
sorry,
3 here.
They're just stretching like better overall health and longer life expectancy. That's kind of half and half the same thing.
I suppose you're right.
And how can you even?
What's the last one, Mysterious Taco Girl?
Better ergonomics. That's stupid.
Well, yeah, they just said the same thing 3 times.
Yeah, they kind of did.
None of them were surprising. Episode 1, 2, 3. This was tonight. 1, 2, 3.
Wow. Come on, baby.
Sesame
Say you
Street.
love me.
Yep.
Um,
Think
we
we'll
can
ever get
revisit that joke during episode
I was gonna say,
567.
do you think we'll get there?
At this rate.
You beat me to the punch.
At this rate. Saucy Joe,
Stomach is great.
you already recommended something.
Totes did a digitizing tablet.
Everybody has recommended something except for me.
Yeah, what do you recommend?
Let's do this.
So to close out the show,
FingerLakes1.tv app.
I'm going to recommend that you go to YouTube and search for Taganic Autumn Flight. And what it is a video a guy took with a quadcopter of Taganic Falls, and it is freaking-tacular.
You might be thinking right now, Danny, I'm not going to check this out. What you should be thinking is, I
How
might check
soon?
this out at some point here soon.
I'm actually getting back on my computer to look at
Now, what a
The quadcopter
quadcopter
video?
Yeah, it's
That's good.
it's a
Scary Snowman.
remote control. It's a remote control camera flying through the air, and they fly this thing right up to the edge, and it is really really
I
good
enjoy
video.
quadcopters in Black Ops 2.
Well, then you'll love this, because this is like that, but outside in nature at Taganic Falls.
But it doesn't have I don't suppose it has a gun attached.
It's not
to it.
weaponized, no.
No.
Nope.
And so there you have it, folks. Running a little late tonight, Zack Supernova. Thanks for coming in, bringing those beers.
Yes, thank you.
Anybody else wants beers? Take them. I'm not taking them with me.
So I assume you'll be back for the Thanksgiving episode.
I'm not gonna be in when
It's Monday night.
No,
At 8 o'clock.
I'm not gonna be around on that Monday. I'm coming home Thursday and leaving Sunday.
Oh well, who knows when next we'll see it? Maybe Christmas.
But if
No,
if Jackie
actually,
will let him have
Alan-
her leftover turkey, he'll stay an extra day so that he can.
Al and Martha will be coming up to Glens Falls to see me for Christmas. So.
Oh, that's nice.
Are you going to trim a special tree?
No.
It's going to be priceless.
It will be priceless.
Real quick, do you guys actually trim your tree?
I trim it a little bit. Once you get in the stand, you need to trim it, or it looks oblong in places.
Yeah. Sometimes you gotta. Sometimes they just rotate
trees,
it.
Trees
you
don't
turn and trim,
like just the way they grow. They don't have that perfect cone shape ever.
Yeah, but a lot of places you buy trees
Trim it for you.
pre-trimmed.
Yeah,
it's true.
Yeah.
But I think what you do is you put it up, you let the limbs kind of settle
fall,
for a day, and then you trim it.
Once they have all the ornaments on them, they'll.
That helps too. I don't like to trim
Some
the
pro
tree with
tips coming
ornaments
out right
though
now.
until they've naturally fallen a little bit.
Christmas pro tips right now. Asymmetry is the enemy of Christmas.
Hey, we got Halloween and Thanksgiving first, so
I won't be here for Thanksgiving.
Be plenty of time to talk about Christmas. You won't be here for Thanksgiving?
I'll be here for the episode, but I won't be here for Thanksgiving.
Are you going to be in Arizona
I
or
am
something?
gonna be
That's
in-
crazy.
I know.
What's in Arizona that you're going to?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Mint juleps.
Wouldn't you like to know?
That's gonna be weird.
Going to Arizona?
Yeah.
Being warm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Tell me about it.
I was thinking earlier today.
My wife's family's from Arizona. That's where I'm going.
That
I don't want to.
Think about this. Everybody in
Right.
Canada,
Uh-huh.
in the wintertime, it's cold everywhere.
Yeah.
Like here, we can drive 6 hours and get somewhere kind of warm.
Yeah, they could drive like 10 hours if they want.
Yeah, but what about like?
Then they get to Michigan.
What
it's
about
still
the
cold.
top people in Canada?
That's
They're
what- yeah,
fucked.
this is where they
They're called
live.
Eskimos.
They're just all. I felt bad for him earlier.
That's geography for you.
We gotta have Christina and Josh on sometime, and they can talk about Christmas in Alaska.
No.
That doesn't seem weird because there's snow. Christmas in Florida would be weird.
What about Christmas in Australia?
Oh.
They have barbecues.
Or Brazil.
It's weird.
Anywhere in the southern hemisphere.
What's happening?
Everybody in
What is this
Australia
show
stands on their
devolved
head.
I'm trying to get in
Someday
this
you
behavioral
gotta-
sync by Will Wiles here.
But these guys are holding it up. We probably can't get to it now.
As a
I
matter
gotta
of fact, we can't. It's too late now. No time to discuss that, but certainly we'll be back here next Monday night. We can hear about everyone's Halloween. And so, hey, happy Halloween. And if you're trick-or-treating in Dallas on Thursday, for God's sake, don't go as a black rhino.